Hello folks, in this short video I want to talk about why SoundHound is not going up despite stellar earnings from the AI leader Nvidia. So the reasons why SoundHound is not going back up is due to small cap weakness, an uncertain Fed rate path, and SoundHound still undergoing a consolidation. So this week Nvidia reported great earnings for Q1. It beat on both earnings and revenue by quite some margin. Furthermore, it offered a revenue guidance hike for the current quarter, way above expectations. All of the consensus estimates were pretty high to begin with, and Nvidia still went out and beat them, which was quite impressive. On top of that, the company announced a 10-for-1 stock split and an increased dividend. Usually when a company undergoes a stock split, it is bullish. However, too many stock splits will result in diminishing marginal returns, so who knows, this might be the last one for a while because Nvidia already did a stock split back in 2020, I believe. And unfortunately, there was no significant changes to Nvidia's holding in SoundHound, so there wasn't the same kick we got when the 13F was last released back in February. But anyway, moving on to why SoundHound isn't going back up, and the first reason is small cap weakness. If we take a look at the IWM or the Russell 2000, it still hasn't reached its prior local high set back in March. Compare that to the Nasdaq and the S&P 500, which have both already set new all-time highs. So small caps are looking weak, but why? Well, I believe this is due to the uncertain Fed rate path. On Wednesday this week, the Fed minutes for the May FOMC meeting were released, and it sounds like they're still spruiking the higher for longer narrative, which is not good for interest rate sensitive sectors like small caps. Inflation is still not going down as fast as the Fed would like, and this article reckons there won't be a rate cut until September at the earliest. However, I think that if unemployment for this month comes in at 4% or higher, it could push the Fed to cut as early as July. So I'm not too concerned about interest rates this year. I think more than likely we will get a rate cut soon. Now the final reason why SoundHound is not going back up is that the stock is currently undergoing a consolidation. I talked about this in depth in my last video, but essentially, after such a large move up and a subsequent retracement, SoundHound stock needs to take a rest in order to balance out the sellers with the buyers. Anyone that bought above the current price is sitting on a paper loss, and many of them are waiting to get out at break even. Once these sellers are replaced by new investors who are not inhibited by paper losses, the selling pressure will subside and the stock can begin to rally again. This takes time, and in the last video I said it might take a few months. Currently we're about halfway through, so it should take another 4 to 6 weeks before we can make a decisive move to the upside. This is just a guess, but I think the price might bounce around inside this wedge until the end of June when it can try to break out of it. Again, it just takes time to churn through all the bag holders, but once we're through them, I firmly believe we can reach the prior high of $10. So I'm still bullish on SoundHound, and right now I'm staying patient. Stocks don't always go straight up all the time. Even Nvidia consolidated for about 6 months last year before it doubled, so the same thing could happen with SoundHound. Anyway, thanks for watching. If you haven't already, please hit the like and subscribe button for more SoundHound updates, and see you next time.